All right, what it is, what it do, what it be, keep it all the way real. It's your boy, Mr. Malcolm, aka a brother with attitude, and I'm here with,
Toni Marco.
and this is Added to the Queue.
My life can be too much, baby. I just need your touch. Stop thinking so that much, baby. Be my drug, be my Novocaine. Baby, kill the pain. Let me focus on you.
What's up, Tony?
What's good? What's good?
I'm so glad to have you here, bro.
Appreciate the invite, man. I'm glad I could pop out.
Yeah, no, for real. Because when I first met you, y'all, I gotta already tell you, he was at this beat battle. This boy's beats are crazy. First of all, have you ever been in a beat battle before?
No, that was my first beat battle ever.
For real. So how did you feel about that moment?
I was really nervous. I'm not gonna lie. The first round, I was like, all right, my legs shaking a little bit, but I'm like, it was different for sure, because after the second round, I was like, all right, I can do this. It's not as hard as people make it look. I had been to one before in general, but I hadn't participated in one.
Okay.
It was that same spot. At our bar. Shout out DJ Siamese for that,
Yeah, that was so fire. That was so
crazy.
Especially as an artist, I've never been to nothing like that. And it was cool because I could vibe to just instrumentals on YouTube, whether it be meditation music or whatever. Instrumentals are really, really fire, and they speak volumes without ever having to say words. Would you agree with that? As a
Oh yeah,
producer?
for sure. I mean, there wouldn't be any songs without the instrumentals anyway. So it's like they gotta go hand in hand.
Yeah. I met you there. That was fire. So, I want to know a little bit more about you. So, where are you from?
I was born in Atlanta. Right now, I'm in Cumming, Georgia. It's pretty up north of Georgia. I've just been in Georgia my whole life. I mean, haven't really left.
Wow, you're a native. That's crazy. Okay, so do you feel like you would ever move out of here? Or you feel like this is
I think I definitely got to travel more to say that. Especially after traveling this last week. There's just a lot I haven't seen yet, and I think the more and more I go to places, I might, all right, I got to see if there's motion over here, because Atlanta is Atlanta, man. You can't. Especially after last week, I feel like I've seen that Atlanta really is the mecca of hip hop, man.
Ooh, for real. Why you say that?
Just the one, I think is Kendrick. Just he helped really stand on that. Stamp that for Atlanta, man. Everybody comes here, man. Drake been coming over here trying to get his make his music popping, get certified through the black community here in America, of course. With all the beef going on. And I think just Kendrick helped stamping that for real, made him be all right, this is where all the motion is, this is where everybody's coming to make music, meet people, network, and yeah, it took me a long time to really realize that as well,
Yeah. But so speaking of networking and meeting people, who are some of the people that you've worked with that it's kind of oh my god, I can't believe I'm working with you, or just anybody you've even met, not even worked with, who are some of those cool people?
It's really one of the first people I've ever worked with. Shout out Jay Activist, man. He's dope individual, really a great creative, man, great lyricist, and of course DJ Siamese, man. I met him through my uncle. And if it wasn't, for my uncle text me saying, yo, I went to high school with this guy, I need to check him out, check out his beat battles, I don't think I would have stepped into the beat battle, scene of things in Atlanta. I didn't even know there was a beat battle scene in Atlanta, so that was great to find out. And then Done Deal, man. Done Deal's crazy. The whole Winner Circle thing, there's a lot of dope producers with great connections, still getting to know them, but them and Schoolie that night, of course. Schoolie's crazy, man. So gotta tap in with everybody, of course. But I think I'm still meeting people as I go.
Yeah.
I was at the Milk and Cookies Fest through Love Renaissance a couple weeks ago. There was a lot of cool people I met through there. people coming from Toronto just to see the scene out here in Atlanta. People from Africa, through the Afro beats. I can't really give a lot of names right now just because it's.
No, you're good.
You meet so many people and it's like, wow, like Atlanta's actually really diverse,
Yeah. Whether it's up north, down south, out west, out east, like it's just so many different people, so many different creatives out here. It's been awesome for me too. Like even meeting you, like I just think that's a dream come true. I'm like, this dude can make R&B, he can make hip hop. Like I was like, I got to work with him. He got to be on my podcast. I got to do a song with him. Something's got to pop, right? So as a producer, I got a few more questions. So like, what are the do's and don'ts? If you're an artist and you're coming to work with you, what are the do's and don'ts to do in the studio?
Well, don't pay for studio time if you can't afford it, one. And two, don't come unprepared, whether that is with lyrics or with, song references. Because, my job as a producer at that point is to just, help you build your song and create your vision. I can't create your vision if, I can't see it, whether it is like, all right, maybe try making a beat like this, when I mean reference, it could mean, all right, maybe if you got a beat off of YouTube, I won't necessarily remake it, but I'll get inspired off of it. And then, just songs that you listen to. I really need to know what you listen to, because every artist is going to make the music that they listen to. It's been in the roots of jazz, man. And with that, I'll have a direction that, okay, this is where I need to take, this is where I need to take you, or take ourselves, to create the best song we can. And I think that's also the ultimate goal, coming into the studio and not just coming, all right, I want to just record a song, and it's more about creating a song and really connecting with what you're doing and building that relationship with the person next to you, because, you never know what's going to happen next.
You heard that. Thank you so much. That is, I think a lot of people needed to hear that, because it's just like, I think a lot of people come and want to become artists or want to make music or whatever, but they don't really understand like kind of like how to build a relationship, or how to be, or what they're supposed to do when they're around like a producer they want to be around, you know what I mean? So thank you so much. Also, who do you listen to?
Well, I listen to a lot of people, and of course, I listen to I think I want to say I listen to a lot more contemporary R&B. I've been really having to dig into the old R&B as well, but lately, I listen to a lot of Drake. I can't lie, man.
Hey,
I'm a Drake stan.
Yes.
All my people know it, man.
Yeah.
Everybody knows how I feel about this beef, man. But like, at the end of the day, it's just like, I listen to people like Drake. I listen to jazz, of course. And that's kind of where my roots started. I play saxophone, so in a way I have to listen to jazz just to, train myself as a musician. And, anybody that's just dope, rappers wise, of course Kendrick, I'm gonna listen to him too. J. Cole, man, J. Cole's one of my biggest inspirations as well, man. Like, For Your Eyes Only, top to bottom, no skips. I've been tapping in with Larry June, Anderson .Paak, however you say it.
Okay.
R&B wise, Frank Ocean up there,
Yes.
man. Can't take it away from him, man. Frank Ocean. Kehlani, her new project is crazy. If you haven't listened to it, that's dope. Shout out Thursday for that. That listen. There's a lot of people, man. Like, I can't even name them. I'll send you a playlist, bro. Like,
Send me a playlist, because it's called Add It to the Queue. I mean, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about music in general. So, like, let's get into the music. So, show is called Add It to the Queue. So, when you're listening to the song, you want to play the song next, but you don't want to stop the song from playing. So you add it to the queue. So, what songs have you made that you want to add to the queue with other people, yourself, or?
I want to say there's a song coming out really soon with one of the artists I'm working with, named Madison Binstock. It's called Control.
You all up in your feelings and now you tryna leave, but you hesitate and you wanna hear what's up my sleeve. God damn, nothing I can say can convince you to stay. Every time that
Add that to your queue, man, because
It's so cute.
it's, she really did her thing on that record, man. She really portrayed herself, her story, and she really allowed me to, myself and my boy Karan, to really produce her. So add that to your queue, man, because it's gonna be one of those ones you might be in your feels, or you just might feel some type of way, and that's where you're gonna have to bump at that time.
So when you were making that beat though, like were you thinking about something specific, or how did you build that?
Honestly, I kind of was, like more about the bounce, and I want to say I was really thinking about Timbaland, his bounce. And, I mean, he has a lot of R&B beats. People don't really realize it, and just hearing his cadences, how he's really like getting this groove into the song, that really inspired me to, all right, I got to do this bounce, especially with the Four Bats. He just dropped a project too, and he's kind of tying this old sound with the new, and I was like, all right, this is kind of this is kind of what I think somebody like Madison needs, at this time.
Yeah.
And of course I needed my boy Karan there. He really helps glue everything together,
Yeah.
arrange, just also the music side of things. I'm of course I'm gonna play the keys in a little bit and stuff, but I'm more of a bounce guy with the drums and stuff,
Okay.
So really giving the groove of the song. But shout out to Madison, because she did her, she just did everything she needed to do lyrically, and her vocals are just crazy. I didn't have to say much, because those are the type of artists I love to work with, when you don't, you just let them do themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what's up. See, like, and that's what music is supposed to be. It's supposed to be about expression, and I really do think that music heals. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about you or your upbringing, but like, where were you when you decided, yeah, I want to be a producer?
I mean, I was in college, man. I think really everybody can say a lot of stuff started in COVID. But a COVID year, I was still in college. I was a jazz major, and at that time, we were playing live wasn't a thing anymore. So it was just that year. Everything was online, and that was just really dead to me. I was like, all right, this is sucking the life out of what school is supposed to be, or was to me. So I was already dabbling, in high school beforehand, on FL Studio. It's like, all right, might as well just do do more reps, take it more seriously, and throughout the online process at school, we had to record ourselves playing our songs or our parts, for stuff. So we do like online concerts and stuff at a Kennesaw, and that also like introduced me to like the first steps of engineering as well. So that really so COVID really was a time where I was like, all right, I think I can learn how to do this and really take it for myself. Because the next year I said, school isn't really teaching me what I need to do for as a producer, and so I took the step, dropped out, and that's all I've been doing now, just making beats. I can't say it's daily, because if you're doing it daily, I think something is wrong with you. You need. I think everybody might need a break, or just needs to.
Yeah.
Because creativity comes and goes.
Yeah.
Especially for myself,
Mm-hmm.
and throughout the journey, that's what I really learned. And pacing yourself, because sometimes I'll have a day or a week where maybe I don't make a single beat that week, but the next week I'll make 10 in one day. The next day, maybe I'll just do one. It's just everybody's different, man. So finding your workflow to really just create your individualism and identity as a producer, do what you need to do for that. And I think taking those steps helped me find that. And yeah, man. I mean, like, I'm still to this day, I'm still learning what it takes to be a producer, and I'm always growing, and I'm always willing to learn.
That's inspiring, and I feel you when you say like you gotta take your breaks because I think you gotta experience life. Like I think once you experience life, like then your art becomes better. Do you feel that same way? Do you feel me?
I mean, just recently too. Like, I mean, that's why I went on vacation, man. Cause like sometimes it just feels like you're doing the same thing over and over again. It's like, all right, am I even doing something for real? You know.
Right.
So it's like you need to just take a step back, get some perspective, gain a different perspective, and you might attack things differently,
Yeah.
You might get inspiration from something else, and that, not then one thing just leads to another, and I can say from this week that I had, man, like I needed that. I needed that. Sometimes you just need a breath, man, and I'm definitely ready, to come back and just like I said, attack things differently.
Come on now. I can't wait. I can't wait to see. Are you looking forward to anything this year, like any events, or are you planning anything coming up?
I'm one of the events I'm looking forward to is this thing called Producer Spotlight. I think it's actually I think either this week or next week. A lot of big producers like Twisted Genius, Backwoods, First Class. If you're a producer, check it out. It's in Atlanta. I'm not sure how much tickets are right now, but it's something I'm excited to go to. But myself, after having done my first networking event, House of Trophies,
which was fire.
I'm definitely from this last week, I gained a new perspective as well. All right, I'm gonna try something differently with this next event. The next one is gonna have a cipher. This is to all the rappers, R&B singers. So it's gonna be different. Still working on the ideas how I'm gonna do it, but
yes.
I just coming from LA, you really see how people work differently over there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna bring some of that over here to Atlanta because I think we need it. Atlanta's just in a weird state, or hip hop, in general, is in a weird state right now. Even after the beef, hip hop really needed that beef. And seeing what's going on in LA, man, with Kendrick, everybody's a Kendrick fan out there, and I hadn't seen so much that much community out there, and I feel like that's what I need to bring to Atlanta, bring community, and if that's through House of Trophies, then that's what I'll do.
Let's go. Well, we locked in, bro. Is there, before we finish this interview, I was wondering, do you have another song you want to add to the queue?
Let's see. My boy J Activist, he just dropped. We just dropped this last month single called "Pop Out," produced by me. Check it out, man. It's a hit.
All right. Period. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming out and add it to the queue. Did you have a good time?
Hell yeah. I really appreciate the invite, man. Like, I don't really get to do things like this, so I appreciate it for real. Producers need face cards. They need a chance to speak. So, I'm really glad you're inviting producers and putting them in the spotlight.
Got to. All right, bro. I appreciate you again. My name is Malcolm, Mr. Malcolm, aka a brother with attitude, and I'm here with
your boy Toni Marco.
And this is Added to the Queue. Peace.
One more time, know you wanna press